little low. So, try to speak a little louder for you guys. I'm gonna close the garage door. Wherever it went, right here. Okay. Okay, and I got headlamp. Okay, so we took off our airbox, right? Sitting right there. We got the seat off, we got the tail off, and we lifted the tank up. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Okay, we disconnected everything. Key's not in. That's what was good. Okay. So here's our carburetors. Okay, and this is the top end. And I know we need to disconnect the throttle cable from it, or we need to loosen him so he can come up from. Okay, oh yeah. So here's a little hole that I pointed out earlier that our 20-inch screwdriver's gonna go in. Okay. So this is maybe a 1/4 inch wide. No, sorry. This is a 1/4 inch wide. I mean, give or take. This is a little wider than that. Okay, so whatever screwdriver you have needs to be able to go there, and it needs to be able to hit these points in here. Okay, kind of hard to see. So you can see now. They're in there, and I can't find them right now, but they live in there. I promise. I guess now's a good time to break out the manual. Okay, let's do that. Carburetors, great. So here's our tank we were going through, right? Let's break down the air filter box. Carburetor service, great. Okay. So looks like that's the air filter again. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here's talking about, what is this, throttle cable? No. A18. Okay, so all for carburetors assembled unit. Remove seat, drain cooling system. I don't know why we need a drain cooling system. Hopefully I don't need to find out. But we're not going to drain the cooling system. Yeah, I really hope that doesn't come back and bite me in the butt. Okay, so this is 5. Disconnect starter choke cable from cable holder. Okay, so that's what's going on here. Okay, when we get in there, we'll show you. Disconnect from control arm. Provide slack and throttle cable. Okay, we do that up on the throttle. These guys do that. Let's work a little bit. Okay, carbo throttle, loosen nut. When we get inside, here's a picture. Okay, so this guy's we need to loosen. And then this clip is on the side. He's really hard to get to, actually. He's incredibly hard to get to. This is the part where we need that 20-inch screwdriver, incredibly annoying. That's 22. California models, disconnect number 11 tube from evap purge cooler, connect. And that's him. Okay. T-fitting. And this is what the carbs look like when you pop them off. Okay, so these are the screws that are in there really well. Okay, you need to get them with your huge ass screwdriver. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so make sure you have that 20-inch screwdriver. I got mine. This is Tecton. I ordered 2 of them. I ordered 1 of them for one that came in, and it had a bow in it, which doesn't work out for the situation because we're going through a hole and trying to hit a point that's like 20 inches away, and going through cords and stuff and cables. And so, and then luckily the Tecton rep contacted me after I reviewed a screwdriver. He was like, hey, I'll send you another one. I was like, alright, great. Hopefully it's not curved like the other ones. And luckily this one's not curved, or at least as curved. I don't know if there's really any winning. So you can check. Just kind of like a pull cue, roll along the table, and it looks pretty good. So that should be great. Okay. Carbs. Undo that. Slow jet. God, I'm so intimidated by this. I've not done carbs before, okay? Keep that in mind. I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. inspection. Okay, so those guys. Just want to see break down the little carbs. Okay, so here's the little carbs. So right now it looks like. So this guy is rotated sideways, and he's actually on our bike. He's pointed upright because this guy's to the side. I think this is what's pointing up, and that's what our air filter is cinching onto, clamping down onto. And let's see, let's find out. Yeah, okay, so you guys can see. Okay, so these guys, okay, here's that idle, or sorry, the choke cable right here. Okay, here's that other part that I said it's really hard to get to, and somehow we need to unclip him. This black piece right here. If you go back a couple pages, there is the throttle right here. Is that throttle? Looks like throttle. Can't tell. Here's throttle. Throttle is this coily thingy right here, okay? This guy, okay, that's throttle. Okay, you see how, like, whenever I go like this, he turns, okay? Throttle, right? Throttle, okay? Alright, so that's what we need to loosen. Okay, we'll loosen him on this guy. Okay, turn that, loosen this nut. Okay, and then I believe you allow him to shift that way, and that should loosen him up. Alright, and okay, and the number 11 on 2000 California models, I believe that's referring to the backside of him, so she thinks it's referring to him. So I need to make sure I figure that out before I go into a bike. Okay. So intimidating when you tear down a bike. Alright. Okay. Well, break it down, go in steps, right? Remove seat, check. Drain cooling system, ignoring that. Remove fuel tank as described. Yeah. Remove air filter housing. Check. Disconnect starter choke cable from cable holder, figure 18. Him. Okay. Let's do it. He just kind of pops up. Let's see if I can put him. Okay. That's really weird. I have a huge beard. Okay. Should probably shave that soon. Alright, so we're gonna get him. Put him loose. And then do I need to pop him out? Don't know. So yes, we need to take off both. Yeah, if anything never doesn't work, don't force it, because it usually just breaks, and then you need to wait a week to get a freaking motorcycle part unless you want to pay for shipping. That's up the ass. Okay. Here's spark plugs, in case you're wondering. Okay, so these guys, they have these little wirely clips back here. Okay, so you disconnect the white from the black. Okay, and then you pop these out. Okay, that little suction side and pop out. Okay. And you get your socket wrench, put on an extender and an angle too, so or an elbow so it can bend. Then you get your socket. Okay, and then for the extender, you probably need your 6-inch extender, which is the bigger one. I'll show you right now. I'll show you later. Okay, and then you put your spark plug guy at the end, and then make sure it's magnetic too. Okay, important because you don't want to be dropping that crap all the time. Okay, so magnetic socket for spark plugs. Remember, okay, spark plugs sockets are different from regular sockets. They are two different things. Okay, if you try to use a regular socket and spark plug, it'll break this spark plug, I believe, and you don't want that, especially inside your engine. Yeah, okay. But right now we're going to focus on carbs. Try adjusting. Wait, no, it's this guy. Oh, that's how it works. So pull him down, and as he pulls down, he shortens, and I guess that opens up the choke. That makes sense. Alright, we're gonna have to come back to you later, because I can't get you off right now. Okay, next thing, throttle. So we're loosening him, and we need a wrench. Okay. Yeah, don't leave shit on the ground, because then you start tripping over crap and it's not good. Okay. You can feel it too, because the more he comes this way, this long piece, you can feel there's more slack in it. Okay, so like right now, like you can feel it when it grabs too, because when you go like that, you can feel the spring action happening inside there. So right now he's pretty loose. Like this is all free give, which you don't want in the street, because then it's not good. Okay, so he's happening on him. We're gonna loosen him. Okay, these guys, because he's in our way. As I found out with the dry weight of my bike, I think it's 386 pounds, and I only weigh like 135, so I'm not too worried about him falling over, especially when he's on stands, but of course you want to be careful about it. You don't want to be like, pushing on him or anything. Yeah, okay. So, there's the oil filter. Okay. And then these guys are probably going to come off too when we get there. He's got a little back nut in the back too. So he's off. I don't know if I'm supposed to disconnect both of them. No, we just pointed to one. Carburetor, throttle wheel, loosen lock nut, turn the adjuster B and all the way to provide cable slack. Okay. Disconnect throttle position sensor electrical connector, move wiring harness out of the way, and that is this guy, which is him. I don't know how this was going out. It's amazing how difficult they make these little engines. It's like, how do they ever assemble these things? See better looking how it's supposed to come out. Looks like you just push this way, but that's not working. Shit. little slack, so we're going to leave them in and come back to them. Okay. These little guys, this is where these angle guys come in handy, okay? Because I don't want to screw up my fingers trying to get in there, it's a real pain in the ass. Definitely don't pull them off like I just did. Always try to break them loose first and twist it off easily. Never pull on rubber. I don't know, I'm not a mechanic. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I believe this is what's filled with liquid, fluid, gas, oil, I don't know. It's not good. So when you do take them off, be careful that he doesn't spill, okay? These two. I stuffed him with a paper towel before to keep him from going everywhere, which we're going to do again. Half. And we're going to stuff him in there just like we're plugging up a bloody nose, okay?